Forgiveness and Geulah. I remember saying once to someone, I forgive you for anything that you ever did, for anything that you may ever do, and truly there is nothing to forgive you for. I was able to say that because at that moment, I was in a place of unconditional love. Unconditional love is a place where you reveal the essence. No matter what actions or words or events may happen, it's not going to impact, it's not going to have any meaning, it's not going to even come in the picture of the truth, which is the unconditional love. And not just that, but because it's unconditional, it's above time and space. So I was able to say, I forgive you for anything that happened, but also for anything that may happen in the future. Because when you are in this place of revelation of the essence, it's above time, it's the constant now. So if something was true yesterday, if today I'm able to say that nothing can touch this unconditional love, then that's true also for the future. But not just that. The last part of the sentence was, and truly there is nothing to forgive. Everything is perfect. And that's because I'm going to take the example of the light. When you bring something close to the light, it's not that it's becoming diminished or suddenly it's becoming small. It just disappears. If you have the truth and you bring something which is sheker, which is just an illusion, it's not becoming smaller, it's just not existent anymore. When you reveal the essence, when you arrive to a place where it's just the true Ratzon, just the truth, the eternal truth, which is unconditional, because Ratzon is also something which is unconditional, then what happens is that you realize that it just doesn't exist even to start with. And it's completely related with Geulah, because Geulah is the revelation of Hashem, of the Aleph, of the divine. And Hashem is perfect, Hashem is just good. So when you reveal the essence, when you reveal that, when you arrive, when you are in this dimension of revelation of the essence, of unconditional love, of true desire, what happens is that there is just good, there is just light. And if there is just light and just good, then there is really nothing to forgive. And we know that when there will be the Geulah Hamitis Ve'Shlema, we will be able to see and to really say fully, completely, that we're just thanking Hashem for everything. So there is really nothing to forgive, because in the first place, everything is perfect. One of the ways which I found very powerful, which helps to really experience all of that very concretely, is to get in touch with our deepest desire. And one of the things that I like to ask myself to identify what is really a real desire is to ask myself, would I go to the moon for that? And if the answer is yes, I'm even ready to go to the moon for that, there are lots of chances that we're talking about something which is true, eternal, deep, divine. Another thing is that when it's really a true divine desire, so whatever has to do with divine, it's going to have to do with light, with expansion, with infinite. So when we're really dealing with a true desire, usually what happens is that we feel more energy, we feel empowered, we feel suddenly that the divine within ourselves is helping us to reveal things that we didn't even know that we had within ourselves. We're breaking limits. We're feeling a sense of motivation, of clarity. So all of these are indications, usually, that we're dealing with something which is very true and divine and eternal. Now, another thing is that, which again is related with forgiveness and Geulah, is that, as we know, the world is just a reflection of our inner consciousness. Whatever we see exists first within our own consciousness. This is where everything happens. This is where things truly occur. It's within our consciousness. So when we realize that, what happens is that when we speak about forgiveness, we don't need anymore to forgive something external to us, like an event or something which happened, because there is truly nothing external. So we just go within ourselves inwards, and we start to work on our inner consciousness. And one of the things that really helps is to really raise our vibrations, to be in touch with our joy, with our desire, to just become the light within us. And then there is really nothing to forgive, because if your inner self is just light, it will simply, what you will see around you will also be light. You will not anymore interact with vibrations of pain or sadness or anything like that. By the way, I've seen once an experiment where they showed how vibrations react to similar vibrations. And another thing which is very interesting, I remember many years ago, there was once an event which was very difficult for me, and I just didn't know how to find myself back after this. I felt that it really touched me in the deepest, and I just didn't think I will ever be the same person again, and I just didn't know how to free myself from that difficult situation and challenge that was impacting me in the deepest manner. And I was feeling stuck for a while until, thanks to Hashem, one day I realized, but I'm life, I'm light, I'm happiness, I'm love. And if this is pain and heavy and dark, it's just not me. And if it's not me, I simply can let go of it. The realization that this wasn't me allowed me to just get rid of it. And then I remember it made me think of viruses, the way it functions. A virus is something external to the body, and it starts to act as if it's part of the body, to copy the cells, to make itself look like it's you. This way you think that it's you, and you'll keep it, chas v'shalom, with you, but truly, the virus is not you. You don't need to keep it within yourself. And another thing is that it reminds me, like sometimes young children, when they're very young and you want to cut their nails, and they get very scared because it looks like the nail is still part of your body, it's still attached to you, it shows itself, you think that it's connected to you, and maybe it is. I don't know exactly how it works, but truly when you cut the nail, there is no pain. You can get rid of it. It's not really you anymore. So I don't know if that's a good example and if that's matching, but when it comes to the light, this is very clear. The light is really who you are. You are happiness, you are beauty, you are perfection, you are light, you are joy, you are your essence, you are the divine within yourself. And whatever is not that, it's simply not you. And if it's not you, you don't even need to keep it. And what really helps me personally to experience it, like I said before, is to get in touch with the desire. Because the desire, as we know, is also unconditional. And davar haomed bifnei haratzon, when it's true desire, nothing can stop it, no obstacle. And when it's really a real desire, when you really feel something so strongly, it just makes you happy, it makes you divine. And what happens is that nothing else can really have a meaning. It just doesn't exist. It's not that you have to forgive or you have to go past through it. No, it simply doesn't exist. If you are in the dimension of Geulah, of unconditional love, of true desire, the rest simply doesn't exist. And another thing which is also very interesting, because we're still waiting as I'm talking for the Geulah HaMitis Vashlema, the complete Geulah. However, we are already sitting at the feast of Mashiach with the Leviathan, and one of the things that it means is that truly we are already now able to experience and to reveal within ourselves the level of the tzaddik when you're just the light, you're nothing, and it's just Hashem through you. So we can experience, with the help of Hashem, it's already here, the possibility to have this internal union, to start having the divine consciousness, this possibility that is just Hashem through you in your consciousness and in your experience. And Hashem, as we said before, is just good, perfection. It's just the light, it's just love, and that's also who we are. So I hope that this was expressed with the right words. One of the reasons why I made this video is because last week I was really missing having certain understandings from Hashem, but not just understandings on a logic way, but really like clear vision. And I said to Hashem, if you're going to give me, I promise Blineder that I will just share it. And I also read recently in a reel, in a post, something that really resonated very strongly. Whatever Hashem gives to you doesn't belong to you, because you're truly nothing. It's for the world. It's for everyone. So because I feel like it's very it's something which is not rare to struggle with with forgiveness, because unfortunately because of Geulah, a lot of us went through different events and different things, and it's just living a situation which is not always easy to overcome, and to say to ourselves, I'm entire, I'm light, I'm love, and whatever is sadness or pain or trauma or whatever it is, I'm going to leave it behind. It's not easy to do that. I mean, I didn't find it easy in some situations to do that. And when I finally found that just by being in contact with the truth, with the Ratzon, it was bringing me to a place where the rest just stops to exist. It's not even that I forgive, but there is nothing to forgive. I felt liberated. I felt it's not even I erase. It's not that I forget. It's not that I put aside. It just doesn't exist in the first place. So there would be so much more to say about that. I had always a very difficult time to say, but how am I going to share something which is not complete, which is still missing so much, you know? And sometimes, and most of the time, it's even within myself. It's like I'm talking about something and I realized, but I still have so much work to do. I'm explaining something that I myself still need to master even better, that I still need to really understand intellectually and on a practical level, and I'm not there yet. How do I share that? But this week, I said to Hashem, I want so much more of your understandings and of you. I just want you so much. Whatever you give to me, I know it doesn't belong to me. I promise you, Blineder, if that's your will, I'll share it. So I know that this video is very far from perfect, and I was even interrupted a few times, and I feel like there are so many things which I said which require so much elaboration and to really become very crystal clear and very precise and even more internalized. But you know what?